Alright, this is going to be a review of the Space Ghost comic book by Joe Kelly and DC Comics, and the artwork is done by, let me see if I can get his name real quick, Ariel, I can't pronounce it right, Del Vite. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm not. Before I get into the review, let's talk about Space Ghost for a minute. Now, for a lot of people, there's two versions of Space Ghost. There's the actual Space Ghost, which is awesome. Then there's this stupid talk show that Adult Swim, Cartoon Network came up with, and I can't stand it. It's ruined Space Ghost. Whenever you talk about Space Ghost, automatically people say, "Oh, I like Coast to Coast." I'm like, I can't stand that show. I don't like Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I have no idea what they were thinking about making the show into comedy. The character is a really cool idea. I'm very glad that DC decided to make a cool comic about it, because Coast to Coast pretty much ruined the reputation of Space Ghost. First of all, the comedy show, it serves no purpose. It's just interviewing people and they're talking about dumb stuff, which I have no interest in. Second, why even do this? Why take a perfectly cool idea and why not expand on it? But instead, you're gonna make a comedy about it, and I just hated that series. And they did. Cartoon Network has done this a lot with creations from the 80s. They did it with Birdman. Yeah, they made him attorney and stuff like that, which was just terrible. Just completely ruining their characters, and I just like roll my eyes all the time. Like, that's just horrendous. But this comic, this is why I like Space Ghost. It's basically taking the idea of it's kind of like a mix between I don't know, a mesh between Green Lantern and Batman, if they would have fused together. You got this really cool space cop who pretty much has a mission to protect and serve, his planet and whatnot. And this story has some really good art, and it's a very good story. I'm not going to spoil it though, but I'm just going to say right out the back, just go ahead and pick it up. It is a 3-issue trade. It should be out. I only paid $14.99 for it. That's not bad. Well, I should took $12.99. It's only 3 issues, and I wish more cosmic stuff was like this, actually, because a lot of cosmic stuff gets really out of control. I want to say it's not very centered. It doesn't have a center purpose. It's just, we're gonna go fight aliens in space and boom and all that stuff. And this has a good story. Joe Kelly does a great job with characterizing Space Ghost, and really brings back what we as Space Ghost fans like. And this should I don't know when this came out, but it came out a while ago. I heard about it, and I just haven't had a chance to pick it up until recently. But this should be an ongoing series. I would love to see Space Ghost have an ongoing series that follows this continuity, because this is a character that has a chance to grow and become popular again. And I love it. It's great. It's what I like about cosmic stuff. A lot of cosmic stuff, like I said, it just gets out of control. It doesn't feel like a cosmic event. They always got to be like, oh, let's go to Earth and let's fight on Earth. But this, they go to different planets. They go to they visit different sectors and stuff like that, and you really get to feel like this is a space adventure. Whereas something like, I don't know, a lot of regular Marvel and DC stuff, they just come back to Earth and have their fights, and either that or they're just fighting on the moon, which it gets very boring, and it doesn't feel like it's in space. It doesn't feel like a cosmic event. It just feels like guys just fighting in the sky, which that's not cosmic to me. Cosmic is different planets, different galaxies, and things like that, like Star Wars. In Star Wars, they fight on different planets. They live on different planets, as a matter of fact. They're not on Earth. And I like stuff like that. And I wish they would do that more in comics. Send different characters on different missions and go to different planets, and really let the artist draw and play to the artist's strength, like showing how big the planet is. What's the name of the planet's cities and stuff like that. And you really don't get to see a lot of that in mainstream cosmic books. And I don't know, it's kind of saddening. I wish they would do that more, because I love stuff like that, and it's rarely done. And this book is just excellent. I really highly recommend picking it up. Let's see. They didn't really bother to redesign his costume, because I really like his costume is just fine the way it is, really. And I'm glad they didn't try to update it like that, because I really like his costume. It's very cool, and it has a futuristic / old school style to it, and I like that a lot as well. I don't want to give the story away, like I said, but I just want to say highly recommend picking this up. It is only, like I said, 3 issues. I think if you're really into stuff like Star Wars, if you're into stuff like Green Lantern, Nova, really pick this up. Even if you're not into stuff like that, if you like Space Ghost for what he was, what he is, and not that stupid comedy that they came up with. If you like Space Ghost for Space Ghost, the real Space Ghost, pick this up. This does the character justice. I want to thank Mount Vernon Kid for recommending this to me, because I really did like it. I'm glad I read it, and this is how you do Space Ghost. Joe Kelly deserves a big clap for taking the character that was, like I said, almost ruined in my book, and just showing us that, yeah, this is why Space Ghost is awesome. And I'm going to leave it at that. You all pick it up. Please tell me what you think about it, and we can discuss it later on, and I'll talk to you all later. I am out.